National 5 biologists. Let's do this past paper question together. So this question says, an investigation was carried out to find out which leaf surface loses most water through transpiration. 3 plants were set up as shown. Petroleum jelly was used to prevent water loss. So we've got plant 1 with no petroleum jelly on the leaves and a sealed polythene bag around the base. Plant 2 with petroleum jelly on the upper surface of the leaves only. And plant 3 with petroleum jelly on the lower surface of the leaves only. The plants were weighed, then left for 24 hours at 20 degrees before being re-weighed. Name the openings found on leaves that water evaporates through. So again, this is a knowledge question, so hopefully this is quite a straightforward one for you, and you remember that that's the stomata. Next question, which plant was used as a control in this investigation? So a control is an experiment where we have the absence of the treatment or the thing that we're investigating. Now, because we're investigating which surface of the leaf loses the most water, the absence of that would be no petroleum jelly on either surface of the leaf, either the upper or lower. Okay, so plant 1 is the one that's used as a control. It doesn't have petroleum jelly on either the upper or lower surface. Suggest why it was necessary to cover the plant pots with a polythene bag. So water will be in this soil here in the pot. There'll be water in this soil. And the problem is we want to measure only the water that's lost through the stoma on the leaves. So unless we cover up the soil with a polythene bag, there will be water loss via evaporation from the soil. So having that polythene bag there prevents water loss from the soil. By evaporation. Okay, so something along those lines would get you the mark for that one. 9D, the results for the investigation are shown in the table. Okay, and we've got our results here. We've got the starting masses, we've got the mass after 24 hours, and we've got the percentage decrease in the mass of the plant. Part 1 says, explain why the results were calculated as a percentage decrease. Now, the answer to this question is the same for all of these types of questions. It doesn't matter if it's starting mass of a plant or the starting mass of a potato or the starting mass of an organism. Because these starting masses are different, okay, if they all had the same starting masses, you could simply take the change in mass, but because these starting masses are different, we have to do a percentage change in mass, okay? So the reason why they were calculated as a percentage change was because the starting mass was different. Okay, the starting mass was different across all of these leaves here. Part 2, with reference to the aim, and note how it says with reference to the aim, give a conclusion for this investigation. Now, one thing you'll probably learn in your class is that the conclusion should always refer to the aim. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the aim. We'll bring that back on screen here. An investigation was carried out to find out which leaf surface loses the most water through transpiration. Okay, so that means our conclusion has to say which leaf surface loses the most water. Okay, now if we look at this table of results here, it's clear that the greatest percentage decrease in the mass of the plants is in plant 1, which was the control. That was when neither of the upper surface or the lower surface was covered. The next highest was number 2, where only the upper surface was covered. And that means that the majority of that water loss was through the lower surface of the leaf. So our conclusion is going to be most water is lost from the lower surface of the leaf. Okay, and that encapsulates our aim and our conclusion as well, which is important when you're answering these types of questions. Okay folks, hope that was helpful. Catch you in the next one.